what do you think are the best ways of uncovering that? Do you think it's down to like walking the floor? Do you think it's around voice of employee, all of the above? What are some of the tools that you would recommend that they look at?
Well, I think the reality is that it is about, first of all, understanding the business, right? So I think you can talk to employees, but I think if you aren't on the floor, if you aren't getting to touch, press the flesh, and that's hard, right? In a far more hybrid work model that we have,
Yes.
and we all practice today. But it is about understanding the experience that of them. What are our employees experiencing day to day, right? And it is about making sure that whether it is, if I think back to my time where I've learned probably the most, getting out in front of a client, going and asking, can I come and sit with you? Can I go to a client visit, right? And that is where you really start to understand the bigger picture, understanding what that looks like. Equally, when you are in interviews, asking the right questions. What do you learn? What you learn from interviews is absolutely fascinating. From what was their experience at their prior organization, what are the pain points that they're wanting to run from, what are the things that they really enjoyed, what works for them, what doesn't. It's you can tap into it in multiple ways. I would just say be curious, right? So whether it is engaging with somebody once they're in the organization or on the way in, understanding the client, understanding what the market says about us as an organization, all of those elements contribute to shaping your understanding of the lived experience of the employee, right? And that's why I go back to the CX-EX. You cannot say, well, we're going to create a great experience for our workforce that simply doesn't reflect what we're trying to offer to our clients, unless it's super attractive and your client experience is not great and it's catching up. But it's very seldom that is the case. So it really is about all of those elements that I think are important. And it is really about, I think, just the curiosity. And equally, I think reading, right? I draw a lot from drawing from industry podcasts, participating in symposiums, getting to conferences, reading, just Harvard Business Review, or are there millions of publications out there? I think it is the curious mind that will solve for workforce experience, right? But it's about getting to the root cause. It's getting to the root of user experience. It's not staying in the veneer. And I think that's what really fundamentally differentiates, average design from great design.
So conversation and curiosity, if I have to simplify it down.
There we go.
Thank you, Deb. And I appreciate your time so much today. And unfortunately, you have piqued my curiosity. I know that I could ask you questions all day, and I don't think that would ever be sated. But thank you so much for sharing so much of your experience with us today. I really appreciate the time. And I look forward to maybe catching up again with you in the future and finding out what other great things you've managed to accomplish.
Thanks so much, Sally. Go well.
Thank you.